Hello, everyone. I'm Candy Washington, and in today's episode, we're going to talk about 3 signs of a toxic friendship, and then we'll end with, in my opinion, the best way to break up with toxic friends. But before we dive in, if you need additional support on your self love journey, be sure to join our newsletter. It's free, and you also get a free self love guide. Check out all of our courses on manifestation, self love, and more. And also be sure to join our Patreon community. It has just launched, so we have a ton of goodies in that community as well. So, with that, let's dive in. So, the first sign of a toxic friendship is your entire friendship being founded upon negativity. That negativity can take the form of gossip, of drama, of putting other people down, complaining. So, if you are in a friendship with someone and the majority of the time you spend together, because we're human, right? Sometimes you're going to complain, sometimes you're going to vent, sometimes you're going to gossip, it's fine. But if the majority of the time it's just negative and it's an energy suck, that is a sign of a toxic friendship. So if you get together and you just gossip and you talk trash about everybody, or if there's always drama, some fight, or there's chaos or some type of crisis, of course that happens in life, but if it's a constant, if there is somebody who is always constantly in drama and bringing you along for the ride, that is distracting you from building and cultivating your own life. Drama is nothing but a distraction and an energy suck. Or if someone is constantly complaining, or they're a negative Nancy, or they don't really believe in the higher vision you have from yourself. If you go to your friend and say, hey, I want to start this business, and they kind of look at you like, well, who are you to start this business? Or, hey, I really want to start dating. Well, maybe you need to lose this weight before you go out into the dating pool, or blah, blah, blah. If the majority of the time that you spend with your friend, it's complaining, it's negative, it's gossip, it's drama, that is a toxic friendship. And that will just keep you distracted from enjoying and up-leveling your own life. The second sign of a toxic friendship is your friend emotionally abusive? We talk a lot about abuse when it comes to family. Did you have an abusive parent? When it comes to romantic relationships, did you have an abusive ex-boyfriend or an abusive ex-girlfriend? But we rarely talk about abusive friends. Friends can be physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, mentally abusive. If every time you go out, does your friend expect you to pay for them? Do they borrow money from you but never give it back? That's financial abuse. Do they put you down? Do they embarrass you? You know, all of that. Do they? Sorry, my phone just started, so let me just stop that real quick. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. Do they embarrass you? Do they talk about you? Do they leave you out of things? Do they make you feel bad? Whether you want to call it mean girl syndrome or quote frenemies, you know, do they put you down? Do they bully you? Do they not respect your boundaries? All of that is signs. If that was happening in a romantic relationship, if somebody was disrespecting you, not respecting your boundaries, bullying you, putting you down, embarrassing you, humiliating you, financially exploiting you, we would all say, wow, that's a very toxic, unhealthy relationship. You probably should break up with that person, right? We need to apply that same philosophy and thought when it comes to our friendships. If you're being bullied, if you're being talked about, if you're being left out, if you're being abused, that is a toxic friendship and you need to break up with that person. Third, your friend and or your friendship group no longer inspires you, and there's also no aspirationalism either. There you go, guys. And let me break down what I mean by that. What I mean by inspire is, if you, like I said a little bit earlier, like say you go to your friends and you're like, hey, I have this great new idea. And they sort of like look at you like, yeah, right, you can't do that. Or do you want friends that inspire you? And you're like, yeah, girl, that's a great idea. Actually, I know this person who already does it. Let me connect you with that person. Or they can say, yeah, that's a great idea. If you ever want to brainstorm about it, let me know. Or I think it's great that you want to start dating again. What apps are you going to start to join? You know what? I could set you up on a blind date with my coworker. He's really great. Does your friend or your friend group inspire you? Do they pour back into you? Do they let you know that you can do it, whatever your dreams and whatever your goals are? Do they hold space for you in a self way? Do they just listen when you want to talk? Do they offer support? Do they inspire you? And then the second part is, do you aspire? ASPIRE. Do you aspire to be like your friend or to be like your friendship group? Do you aspire to have their type of relationships if it's romantic? Do you aspire to have, fulfilling careers if they have fulfilling careers? Do you aspire to have their type of lifestyle that they have? Where they live, how they live their life, what their values are, what they do. Do they go on vacations? Do they do philanthropy? Do they give back? Whatever it is. Do you aspire to be like your friends or your friendship group? So if you look around your friendship group or at your friend and you say, you don't inspire me, you don't support me, you don't build me up, you don't let me know that I'm validated in my self-belief. Of course, we get that through self-love too, but a part of loving yourself is surrounding yourself with people who pour back into you, right? So if you don't have that, or if you look at your friend or your friendship group and you're like, I don't want the relationship you have, you're in a very unhealthy, toxic relationship, or, I don't want the lifestyle that you have. I don't want you're not fulfilled in your career. And again, in certain cases, none of that means that your friends are bad people. You could be in a relationship that I don't want to have, and that person still be an amazing, wonderful person. What I am saying is, it's good to have friends in your circle or in your group that you're like, wow, I really want a relationship like that. I want a career like that. I want a lifestyle like that. I want a mindset like that, that you aspire to, that you want to be like, So those are really the three signs, the three basic signs of toxic friendships. The foundation is gossip and drama, complaining and negativity. It's emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, and even sometimes physically abusive. And you're not inspired or aspire to be like them. You're not being poured back into, which is really important with your friends and your support group, right? And to me, in my personal opinion, I think the best way to break up with that is the slow fade. Some people do cold turkey. Some people want to have closure and do like, let's get coffee and talk. And those are ways to do it too. But I think sometimes the easiest way, unless you think that the friendship is salvageable, if you actually want to save the friendship, then sure, maybe getting coffee and talking or a brunch and talking will work it. But if you already know that this is a friendship that you're ready to just end, I think a slow fade is great. You don't need to ghost, but just text back a little often. Don't RSVP. Just let it naturally fade out and run its course. I think that's sometimes the best way. And then during that time, find new friends, find new social groups that aren't based on drama. They're based on positivity, that inspire you, that pour back into you, and that are healthy and interdependent relationships. So there you have it. And like I said before, if you need additional support, be sure to subscribe to the podcast and to the channel, like, rate, and review, and share. Share this with a friend. And also, if you need additional support, you can check out the courses down below, join our newsletter, and also join our Patreon community. So with that, thank you.